I am Jose Balderrama. So today is the last day for our second annual Pike Gamers convention here in Manitou Springs. We also call it PPG Con, just to keep it short and abbreviated. So I was fortunate enough to borrow it over a weekend and introduce it to not only some friends, but my family. And when I did talk to Jack first about this, he explained the game in about 1 minute, and it was like, okay, all right, the rules are very easy to understand. It's just one-on-one. The board is it's a simple layout, but the different dimensions of it really add, a different twist to it. And so when I first was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, this could be a really, really good game and stuff. And so I introduced it to my friend, who I think you have met, Smiley.
Yes.
And we sat down, we started playing it, and looking at the rules, and I mean, again, 30 seconds to maybe a minute to learn, and we started playing, and it was the first game. We were blown away at actually the depth that you don't necessarily see when you first understand the rules. When you actually start playing and you have the different pieces, and being able to use the same space but in a different manner, and then also the order of which the pieces come out, and being able to look at your opponent and understanding what their next play could be or whatever. And the neat thing about this game too is that it's so easy to make a mistake, and because it's up down, it's a column or a diagonal or on the same plane. Very straightforward, right? You're like, okay, I'll be able to see all the angles and all that. But when you look at it, there were times we played probably 4 games right in a row. It took about 20 minutes, and then we talked about it after that. And many times it was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't see it. Or you look at it, and you're like, okay, I need to block that, or I need to place this piece there on my next turn. Then you forget. and then if they see it and they put the wild or whatever and block you or win for that matter, no, it was extremely enjoyable.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but the first time I played, when we got done, immediately I wanted to play again because I was like, oh yeah, I could do better.
Yes.
Like now there's another level there that I can see.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And in fact, one of the things that I would love, one of the things that I have in my own house is, going back to chess actually, is we have a vertical chessboard. It actually hangs on a wall. And so it's art, but it's functional, it's a game. And I was thinking about this, I'm like, ooh, I would love to put this in a corner permanently, like, have it out instead of in a box or whatever, but actually out because it's visually interesting, and it would fit nicely in a corner, and be able to just pick up a game quickly, like when somebody comes over and you're just standing there and chatting and playing a quick game, or just taking it off the shelf and putting it right there and ready to play.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that I was thinking about, but you're right, like it's you want to play another game right after you finish. I mean, it does not take long, and yeah, it definitely scratches the itch on the abstract play, the strategy. So
Awesome. Thanks.
yes.